Good morning. It's really early. It's still dark out. I've been up since 3 o'clock. It's a good number. I know everybody's been waking up at 3:30. It's a full moon. And yeah, I had some things come to me tonight, which I'm kind of like, bought myself in the head a little bit thinking, why didn't you see that before? And I have, but I just didn't keep my mind on it. Some new little revelations. I just feel really silly. But it's brought some relief for me realizing this. I've been feeling held back for a long time. Like something just kind of holding me back, holding me down type of thing. I kept trying to figure out what it was. Having something to do with the energy. Was it a person? Was it me? Was it just being out of shape? All kinds of things were going through my head, and why I couldn't get myself, in a more creative mode, because it was taking my creativity away. I kept going through these loops of repeating things, and I think I found the answer. Been there this whole time. Me speaking about energy all the time, and how it's always wanting to give us and manifest what we put out there, right? Well, this whole time I've been so sidetracked by the frequency raising and my frequency raising, things that I'm able to notice now with the higher frequency, and see how beautiful everything is in Mother Earth, and the rocks, and big stones, and branches, and trees, and leaves, and seeds, and all the things of synchronicities and symbolage, and I've been collecting and collecting and gathering and collecting all this stuff, and my room is just like, it's getting really crowded, and I have all kinds of stuff. For me, really neat stuff. I really love a lot of the stuff that I have in here. And then it's dawned on me, which probably some help with my guides. They've been trying to tell me for a long time, but there's a point where we have to find out and figure out for ourselves in detail. And they want me to declutter, and I've been putting it off because I know when I go through that, I get into that middle point where there's things I'm not sure whether to keep or get rid of, and it really messes with my head because I don't know what to do, keep it or not. So I put it off. And I was finding myself not feeling really weighed down, like I said in the beginning of the video. And I started looking at the things that I had in my room. And energy can also go, like, manifest things out of symbols, symbology. Like if there's pictures of you and there's something on that's been sitting on top of the pictures for a long time in that same position, that's how the energy will perceive whoever's in the picture, and it'll give it a held down feeling. I think I'm beginning to see. And that's what I had. I've had some things in here that are symbologies of myself. I'm not sure if I said that word right, but the things of myself that have to do with me, and the way I've been keeping them, or maybe certain paintings that I've had up. that might have been seen in a way of holding me back or keeping me in a loop. And I'm just realizing it, and it's making it easier for me to know what not to keep. So I have lots of rocks and sticks and all in here, and rocks are heavy, and it can make us feel heavy. And I think if it's not put somewhere in a way where it's used in a positive way, like with your plants or outside in a rock garden around a tree or something like that, it can start making us feel weighed down. And then there's energies that don't want us to make things in a higher frequency more positive. So they can help, they can use that as well to keep us held down and slowed, and like turn that around and have us collect more and more, and for us to kind of help enhance that awe that we have for Mother Earth and the rocks and the different plants. The plants, so they're good. They're like grounding. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that are heavy and like rocks. And I know there's many people going through this awakening that are collecting rocks right now, and there's people I know going through it, and they have boxes in their room too, rocks, because you start seeing energies and stuff within things, and it's really interesting. So it's helped a lot. It's like light bulb over the head. Out here, I've been talking about energy all this time, and I was wondering, I thought it was really messing with my head, like I couldn't get myself motivated. And I have so many things that are of different symbols, and the energy is just trying to give me everything I want and that it sees here, and there's so much stuff that can be contradictory or can keep me confused. And I think that's what's been happening, because I have stuff everywhere in my room, on my walls, on my like showing everything. And I guess it's just a place that they need to be, and not all in one room, and probably not all in the house. And start, I guess, doing something with my paintings, and because I've been kind of collecting them, wanting to do a show. But a lot of them are up on the wall, photos, and so now I understand, because I always wondered, like, people who were going through the journey, this awakening, it's like, how do they keep their house so clear? And like, they have nothing on their dressers, they have nothing on their tables, barely, everything's white. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can keep everything white. But how do they do it? Because I'm a collector. But now I understand more of why they do it, because the energy, it's wanting to please you and manifest what it sees that you have around you. So that's why it's so important, by not just what you speak and think, but I guess what you have around you, not just people, but what you collect, what you have in your room, not just, same thing with the music that you play, and there's music that is very contradictory that I listen to. One's real loving, the other one is, sad or whatever. But I try to keep away from those, because I do realize where the energy can take that, and they can turn around and make me sad. So, but I didn't think of it to this point, and I should have. So I'm like, this whole time it's been right there, and I'm trying to figure out what. Because I feel like it's hard to even lift my feet a lot of times to do anything. So I started moving stuff around. I started finding things, and like boxes were on top of and stuff, and that symbolized me. And they've been trying to tell me, clear that out, but I didn't know why, exactly what it was. Because they can't tell you everything. You got to figure things out yourself, You're the ones in the body here, so, but they can try to, get you go a certain direction. So it's, taking me a little bit longer because I am feeling weighed down. But as I start moving things around, it's making me excited because I'm thinking, well, this is going to help me feel better. I'll get out of those loops and feel more creative, and I'll feel, how it is to clear someplace out. So anyway, I just wanted to say that for anybody else that is going through, especially going through an awakening where you're collecting all these rocks and sticks and all this stuff from outside that can be very heavy, literally heavy, or things hanging on your walls, and the energy, this new energy, it's a new energy, and it's ready to manifest everything, and it can be very confused. It's going to manifest whatever it is you have in your room and where you're at all the time. It's going to try and manifest that for you. So if it's not jiving in the right way, or like you have contradictory stuff in there, or whatever it might be, and think symbols, too. That's what it's going to try and give you more of. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. I feel like I know I just like healed myself. As soon as I get some of this stuff out of here, it's like, it's such a relief because it was messing with my head. So, but anyway, I'm really happy to be able to share it, because if anybody else has been feeling the way I have for the same reason, I hope this helps you, because it just doesn't mess with you physically where you don't feel like you can move, but because the energy will act like what it sees, like the picture was something, as an example, a picture of you was something heavy on top of the picture. It's been there for a while, and it's like, that's what it does to you. They think that's what you want because that's what it's seeing. So it's learning how to use this new higher frequency energy, and it's really quick and it's really intelligent. So, and it just wants to please, that's what it's here for, to manifest for us, whatever it is. And it doesn't judge, so it'll manifest whatever, whatever it's picking up. So this is a great full moon for me. I'm excited now. I'm inspired. So try also thinking, I'm thinking like of other ways, because there's a lot of the rocks that, have some cool stuff in it. And I'm trying to think of other ways that I can keep the rocks, but not inside, and make a rock garden or something like that, that type of thing, and what to do with the stuff that you can make a positive out of the negative type thing, lemonade out of lemons. So, but anyway, I hope it helps somebody, and you have a really, really nice full moon. Enjoy the energy. Peace.